Isn't that pretty? A spider lily. First one I've seen this season. That's a nice sight. This, on the other hand, is not a nice sight. In fact, it's a very big problem. Hey Nomies, welcome back to the MT and me. Embrace yourselves for a really interesting time together here. What I just showed you is right down here below me. This is the bottom of my water heater. And yeah, it's supposed to be up there somewhere, but it's not. It's down here on the ground. And when it came down, it knocked the entire water supply to my home out as well. That leaves me here with no running water in the house. As for the hot water heater, it wasn't working anyway. It has a problem, so I've had it turned off. It does still have water in it though, so it's still fairly heavy. Now we just have to figure out how to move it and how to reattach some plumbing. Not interested in the hot water necessarily, but I'd like to get the cold water running again inside the house and see what we can do. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh yeah. Sometimes when things go bump in the night, there's a very good reason. Like when your water heater falls through the floor. You can actually see the tile, the linoleum here on the floor, where it just gave way and fell through. Now at this point, don't know if the heater was leaking or if there was some other leak, but it's a clean shot, pretty well straight up into the house. So yeah, we can see the ground down there, and there's a snaky bit of plumbing that needs to be straightened out. And just for the record, I'd much rather be out working on Pearl.
Me too.
That's right, especially since I got my ace assistant here. How are you at fixing water heaters?
Bad.
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 Just my luck. But the issue now is going to be trying to reroute at least the cold water, where we can run that, and then we'll worry about getting hot back. Lots of fun ahead. What you're looking at right here, this is the end of a pipe. This is where water comes in to my entire house. And as you can see, there is absolutely no connection on it. So never say that life can't get interesting. Anyway, I have a nice mess, is what it amounts to. And right now the plan is to see if, first of all, we're probably going to have to get this heater out of the way. We're attempting to drain it so that we can try and get it out of this closet. That'll give us access to all the connections, because right now, with it falling down like it did, it stretched some, it pulls some, it yanks some away, and some are still connected, and it's really hard to tell what's what. Anyway, if we can get it out of the way, isolate the old hot water loop and just cut it out of the fixture for now, get some cold water, direct water, hooked up so that we can turn the system back on and at least have cold water running to the taps and the toilet and the washer and things like that. We'll worry about hot water. I have a portable hot water heater anyway that can give me hot water when I need it. It's gas fired, so you know, kind of use camping, things like that. So it's not like I have to do completely without hot water. But I would like to have some running cold water. Whether I get it before this day is over, I don't know. But I think it's pretty safe to say that this project is going to keep me off of Pearl this week. So my apologies that nothing more is going to get done on the old girl or the Equinox. But this is the most pressing problem, and as I've pointed out before, sometimes you just got to stop and take care of the homestead. And this is one of those times. Let's see what happens.
Thank you.
It's Adam to the rescue with an idea.
Okay, you gotta have them for your kitchen sink. Oh, it broke.
It broke. See, that's the problem. The fittings, the pipe will last, but the plastic fittings wear out on this old stuff.
Okay, let's see. Where does this thing go to? This is one. I might run to the toilet or something. See how we get this thing in the drain. So you don't feel like you got like the shit broke off of it when it fell.
Yeah.
Well, Dad, at least you don't have to be scared about it falling.
Thank goodness for small favors, huh? Okay, it's later, some time has passed. Let me tell you what's happened. Next step in the equation was we had to get that water heater out. So, got it drained, first of all. Got it disconnected, and it took all of us working to do this. So, that's the reason I don't have film to show you. And then by cumulative effort, we managed to pick that thing up, pushing from the bottom and lifting from the top inside, and get it out of the little closet that it was in, back into the bedroom. And then we literally had to carry it down the hallway through the entire trailer and take it out the front door, because that was the only way to go out of the house. The good news is we were successful, and it's laying right here in my front yard. Beautiful, isn't it? It is laying right where we threw it. We got out the door and drug it down the front steps. We could not get the actual drain open on the heater, so we had to cut into the case, get through the insulation, and punch a hole in the tank in order to drain the water out. So that's exactly what we did. Like I said, the heater was junk anyway, so no problem tearing it up. As you can see, it's so rusty here. The entire bottom's about to come out of it. In fact, if it wasn't leaking, it was probably pretty close to it. And now, I'm still panting from all the work. And now, we've all decided to give it a rest. When we get back on this project, next step is to get into that snaky little mass of tubes, figure out what goes to where, and come up with a way to attach them together, at least the cold water runs, and get that attached to the main coming up out of the ground where it's broken. Also going to put a cutoff valve in there. I just happen to have one that fits. So naturally that's a good idea. So we'll put the cutoff valve in, get everything tied back in, and cross fingers and toes that no more of those old plastic PEX fittings break, and that none of them leak badly whenever we put the water pressure back on them. Stay tuned. We'll find out.
You put this cotton ball under your nose where you see the purple stuff.
Let me get some of that glue, buddy.
I'm sorry,
Hey. See?
That sounds so cool. That's a lot of leaks.
Yeah.
You think you can get it, Dad?
Adam, I appear to have water everywhere there's supposed to be water.
Right, and I got you all your legs stopped. No drips, see?
Looks real good.
All right.
Shut that down now. Yay!
Not the best cookies.
And now the wall is all closed back up. Although we still don't have the floor repaired inside there. That is yet to come. And it looks like I need to do a little perhaps cleaning, shampooing in this spot too. I think we stained the rug just a little bit. But look, there is water where there was none. And that makes me a happy homeowner. Okay, and in the aftermath of the repair, here's where the original break was. But on a cutoff valve, reconnected. What we finally figured out was the main feed line, and we simply tied it back in to all the individual manifolds that were sending lines out. Well, except for that one hanging. We're still not real sure where it goes, but apparently it's not important, because with this setup here, we're feeding water to all necessary points, meaning that I have cold direct water coming out of my main outlets where I needed water at, in the bathroom and in the kitchen. So I'll have to use my hot water on the spot, continue to use it in order to get hot water where I need it, until we come up with something else here. But the point is, I have a water supply again, and I'm not leaking water everywhere. That's two very good things. But I gotta tell you, the biggest challenge of the whole job was getting this puppy out. From sitting flat on the ground, pulling it back up through its cabinet, through the closet door, and then carrying it all the way back out through the front door to where it's laying right here in my front yard. That was a day's work in itself. So all I can add is that if you ever come home and find you have a broken water main coming into your house, get ready for a long and arduous day or two. And now, on the third day of this drama, we check, and there's still no major leaks. Is the job complete? Well, after a fashion. We have cold water feeding into the house again. Since we took the heater out, there's no hot water, but like I said before, I was not using the heater at this point anyway, using my portable hot water heater, so we'll continue with that. It's not the ideal solution, but it is a solution, and it works. So yeah, a success. I'll give this job as many thumbs up as necessary, like I hope you'll give this video, you know. So my eternal thanks to my nephew Adam, niece Geneva, to Abby for coming over and helping out. They really rescued me in this. It would have been much more difficult for me to figure all this out and do it by myself. And there's no way I would have gotten that water heater out by myself anyway. It took a whole group effort to get that job taken care of. So thank you so much, guys, for coming to my rescue. You take good care of me, and I appreciate it. I love all three of you dearly. I love you too, Nomies. Thanks a lot for watching, for bearing with me through yet another drama in this stage of my life. Maybe next week I'll get to work on Pearl again, because that's what I really love to do, sharing this time with you. But stuff happens, and you have to handle it. So we handled it. And you know, it's some plumbing experience, and I'm going to have to eventually plumb Pearl with PEX line, get her all hooked up for hot and cold water. So, you know, I'll chalk it up to as a learning experience and exercise. And one more step and being ready to do the job on Pearl when the time comes. Maybe that won't be too far down the road. Let's hope so. Thanks again for being here this week. Below, links to themtandme.com. Subscribe, buy me a coffee, thumbs up, all the good stuff, you know. Just click, 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 and we'll make everybody happy, okay? Be sure and come back next week when maybe I will not have a domestic disaster to deal with here on the MT and Me. Thanks again, Nomies. I love you. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. I'm Russ. As always, we'll talk later.